What's up, guys? My name is Kyle Donnelly, and this is the Cooper 12-minute run/walk test. So, an overview of this is that this is a maximal field test. It's used to estimate VO2 max, and there are a couple reasons you may want to perform this test. Like, if time's an issue, if you got time constraints, you can literally complete this test in 20 minutes or less. It'll be very quick, and it's pretty accurate as far as most research has shown. It's also extremely cheap. You literally just need a stopwatch, a scale, and a track, or you could mark out 400 meters in a circle if you really needed to. And like I said, it could be used by pretty much anybody, and it can also be done by yourself, which is another plus for doing this test, because realistically, you can stop a stopwatch at exactly 12 minutes, or set a timer to stop for 12 minutes, and then just stop running when the timer runs up. Since this test is not recommended for those with heart disease or risk factors such as smoking, anything like COPD, this isn't recommended for most, like I said, those individuals, unconditioned individuals, people who are just going to have a hard time with the demanded cardiac work. And the equipment is a stopwatch, data sheets, forward mean track, and scale/stadiometer. So here's a pretty straightforward step-by-step I've put up. You just gather the basic data, age, weight, height, sex, just everything we've done all year in the labs. And then you're going to want to complete a warm-up. You want to also tell your subject clearly that they must know it is as much as you can get done in 12 minutes. Not however you're feeling, but just as much as you can, because this is supposed to be an estimation of maximal work. You start the stopwatch as soon as the subject is moving. Provide some encouragement, check on the time during the test, anything you normally do for somebody. And then once the test is completed, you estimate the distance based on the number of laps and where the subject stops, because they probably most likely won't have completed a full lap exactly at 12 minutes. So you kind of got to estimate how much they've gotten done from there. You give them some time to cool down, and then you calculate their relative VO2 max using the equation below, which is VO2 max is equal to 0.0268 times distance in meters minus 11.2. So here we have a little video showcasing the tests. Obviously you'll need a stopwatch, a stadiometer, little warm up for you too as it gets going. Some high knees, anything that's a general warm up, get the blood flowing through the legs especially. And then after this clip here is going to be an example of the test being actually run. Now, I only do one lap simply because I am an unconditioned individual, so this would be really taxing on me, and I wouldn't have been able to do it to my
when I say go,
full potential. So
go.
Enjoy. Here he's checking the time periodically, and like I said, this isn't a true 12-minute test. This is just me running the track one time as hard as I could, since I wouldn't have been able to actually do the full test. But this is a pretty good idea of how it would be done. Also, the UCF track was closed when we were trying to do this because they told us to come back after track practice when it was shut. So my friend didn't run off the fence. He only had a slide, so I just kind of did it real quick. But yeah, that's a quick demonstration of it. Here's a data sheet I threw together of some sample numbers of people, obviously not real. Mike and Lauren here. Mike completed 6 laps. He completed, in this section, like I said, this is where you have to kind of estimate where how much they completed. So I just went with some arbitrary numbers, which is 0.75. So he ran a total distance then of 2,700 meters. So if you plug that into the equation I mentioned earlier, which is VO2 max is equal to 0.0268 times distance in meters minus 11.2, you come out to Mike's VO2 max is equal to 61.2 milliliters per kilogram of body weight per minute. and Lauren's would come out to 45.1 kilograms per liter per milliliter per body, or milliliter per kilogram of body weight per minute. And then you'd compare their distance completed, not the actual VO2 max, to these values here that I have taken a picture of and pasted. But obviously, you just use their age, and their sex to classify where they are. So Mike here, we'll say he was 21. He completed about 27 or 2.78 kilometers, or in between 90 and 80. So he'd be in like the 85th percentile. And Lauren would be she completed 2100, I said. So she would be in the I lost it. She'd be in between 70 and 60, so we'll say 65 percentile. And yeah, this test has a lot of easy uses for it, really. High schools, because most high schools aren't going to have an athletic budget that would cover VO2 max testing, as far as I know. So this would be a good way to estimate it, to test your aerobic athletes like track and field and cross country, and individuals who want to estimate their VO2 max by themselves. This is a quick, cheap, easy way to do it by yourself, because literally all you need is a stopwatch and know how old you are, really. And I said in shape elderly populations who want VO2 estimates, because truthfully this test can be done walking. If you walk as hard as you can in a 12-minute period, then it truthfully is a estimation of your VO2 max. So this is for the elderly individuals who are in shape and could handle this kind of stress on their body. That's who this would also apply for, because this would be a good way to maximally test VO2 max without actually maximally testing, if you get what I'm saying. But that's it, and thank you guys for watching.